Lawrence County Kindergarten parents. We're excited to send you home the March parent packets. Now, in this parent packet, we're going to first take a look at our math game. So the math game is called Counting Up to Teens. Now, in this game, you're going to have 20 little chips. You're going to have a tens frame, 2 tens frames, and you're going to have numbers 1 to 10. So, this is how you play it. You're going to take the tens frame and you're going to say, okay, let's go ahead and place 10 chips in that 10 frame. So let your child count and make sure they're going 1 to 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now you're going to have those 1 through 10 cards turned over, shuffled, and they're going to pick one of those to see how many more we're going to put on here. So I got a 5, so I'm going to add 5 more chips. So I'm at 10. I could do it like this. What comes after 10? 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Or I could do it like this. I have 10. Let's add 5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So now you could say 10 plus 5 more. What does that give you? If your child knows 15, fantastic. If they don't, let them count to give you the total, the sum. So use words like adding. What's the total? What's the sum of these chips? So what we're trying to do is get students to understand, like we've said before, our system is in tens, groups of 10. So we want them to be able to understand a tens frame, what it looks like, what it represents, those 10 items, and then adding more to that. Just a fun game to play. The next game we have is a reading game, and I think you're going to like it too. Now let's take a look at our next game, the Reading Cube Blending game. Now, I want to show you these real quick, and I also want to tell you, please, you want to be the first one that gets your hands on this, and I'll show you why. First, we've got the directions. Next, we have this cubes activity sheet. It's going to tell you right where to put those cubes. And then third, we have 3 sheets. And on those sheets, you're going to need to make your cubes. You need to do it. Trust me, I just made 3. So you have those cubes, and we know the first thing we want our kids to do is to be able to pull apart sounds in words, and we want to be able to match those sounds with letters. For example, I'm going to know it's A. So we're hoping that most of our students have that skill at this point. If your student does not, roll 1 dice. See if they can give you the sound that the letter makes when it lands. Okay, so here we go. We have all 3. We're going to roll them. This one is where the white cube's going to be. We're going to say we rolled an ah sound. And then we've got orange. We're going to look, and up we've got a D sound. And we're going to roll this yellow one, and we've got a K sound. Now, what we want the next step to be is for your child to blend these sounds together to make a word. Now, I'm going to show you 2 ways to do that. First, you could go cod, cod, okay, and just swoop it. Or you could do this, cod, cod. I'm going to give you one more, third way. If they have trouble holding on to all the sounds, you might want to try this. Cod. So get them to hold those two sounds together and then add that last sound. So those are 3 different ways for blending, to practice that blending. Now, once we've got the word cod, we're going to decide, or we're going to let our child decide, is that a real word or a nonsense word? Now, here's an opportunity to teach some vocabulary. So we know that cod is a fish, but has your child learned that yet? So it's an opportunity for you to teach your child, maybe pull up what a cod looks like, tell them about where the cod lives, in what region. So it lends itself to the opportunity to expand on this word. Now, so it is a real word, and you can have your child write cod right here. Now, if your child does this easily, the next step I would do is, before they write the words, I would take these away. I would take them away and say, okay, now you spell the word cod. Let them pull it apart, k-a-d, and let them write this letter that represents the sound, C-A-O-D. And that's how you can expand that if your child is ready for that. So it's going to be a fun game. You're probably going to come up with some really silly words. And I think you and your child will have fun with this. We want you to know that we appreciate you and your partnership as Laurens County works to develop proficient readers, writers, and mathematicians. See you soon.